Hi, I'm Brian Mertens, and I teach nature connection. I help people connect with nature, and one of the things that a lot of people wonder when they hear about what I do is, what can I actually learn from nature? Um, and there are a few different categories of things that you'll get from learning in nature that maybe on the surface aren't totally apparent. Um, and the first of which is just the fact that when you're outside, you develop your senses. There's really so much more sensory stimulus when you're outside, and sounds, constantly changing environment that you have to be in tune with. And so one of the things that happens with people that spend a lot of quality time outside is they start to notice things that maybe someone who spends all their time inside isn't quite as tuned into. And so another thing that you get, which is probably a little bit more obvious, is just basic knowledge of place, and the fact that you're actually interacting with your local environment, learning the plants, learning the trees, learning the birds. That's all really important. And there's actually, if you look at people who study different types of intelligence, like mathematical intelligence and the different ways that people use their minds to interact with the world, they actually have naturalist intelligence as one of the categories. And so this is a particular way of learning about our world. And another thing that I like to talk about a lot is that learning in nature really helps you to awaken your scientific mind. When you get interested in a practice like tracking or bird language, or learning about a complete ecological awareness of how things are actually functioning together out in nature, that can be a study that really pulls on you to pay attention and use your mind to actually piece things together and make discoveries that are unique. So following the trail of your curiosity and gathering information, systematically going out with a question that you want to answer, and then gathering the information that you need to answer that question. It's this whole scientific method that basically it really teaches you how to draw information and find what you're looking for. And that's a really important skill, whether you're in nature or in, the business world, or if you're doing any sort of work that requires you to actually think and use your mind. Nature will definitely teach you how to do that. And the last one that I'll say is just looking at empathy, and how when people spend quality time in nature, watching animals, we get to see the different dynamics and the challenges that they go through in life. And right now, here in Nova Scotia, we have birds nesting, and it's just interesting to see how they're trying to feed the little babies, and there's jays coming around trying to steal their eggs, and there's all these different dynamics. And tuning into that, when you really observe that for yourself, there's a feeling that kind of emerges like, wow, I feel their struggle. And empathy is something that transfers into the modern world, where the more that we can listen and understand each other and empathize and see through many different perspectives, the more effective we're going to be in our lives for whatever we do. Again, looking not just at nature, but also in the corporate world and in anything that requires you to interact with people. So there's a lot that you can learn on many different levels. Those are just a few. I mean, we really could list out a whole bunch of different ways that learning in nature is important for us as people. But I'll leave it there.